Good afternoon, my name is Jeff. I'm a sewer tech Northwest, and today I'm at property address 15 Northeast Meikle here in Portland, Oregon. We're located down in the basement where there is a 2-inch ABS cleanout on the far back wall, or rearmost wall of the home. This will be my point of access. I'm going to insert the camera and check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. I currently have water running. Here we go. And it looks like it transitions right off the bat to a cast iron pipe. Okay, it looks like we just entered into the main line of the house. It's either 3 or 4 inch here at 27 feet. This is cast iron. It did just transition to ABS there. I'll call it the transition on the way back out. And here at 38 feet, transitions from, says appear to be 3-inch pipe, 3-inch ABS to 6-inch concrete. And everything's looking good so far. Okay, here at 102 feet we have reached the main lateral out on Northeast Meikle. I'm going to go get the water turned off, let the line drain out completely before rolling back. This is a second scope after a repair was done. There was a offset joint, I believe, that my camera was getting stuck in. And I was never able to make it out to this point, not even close to it. And the line does finish off as terracotta pipe. There's a couple transitions I didn't call out just so I could keep the camera momentum up, as it's a very long line. here at 93 feet, where it transitions from concrete to terracotta. On the right side of the screen there, I'm having a tough time telling what that is going on at the joint there. It almost looks like it could be a root intrusion coming in, but it's definitely covered up by some gunk. It could just be some debris getting built up there. It could also be excess pipe grout. I am going to recommend a second opinion. I'm going to go locate this spot, and I'm going to mark it just in case it is an issue. I have a feeling this will be out in the street or at the curbs somewhere in the city's jurisdiction. So yeah, I'll mention the location in depth here in just a moment. But yeah, I'm going to recommend a second opinion on this one because I'm not entirely sure what that is. Again, it could be multiple things. It's just not looking like the usual suspects right now. I'll be back in just a moment. Okay, I did locate and marked it with a green X just in case second opinion thinks it's a root intrusion. The possible root intrusion here though is about 2 to 3 feet out into the street on Northeast Meikle. So I would recommend submitting this to the city to see if this is something they're concerned about or think needs fixing. This is generally not the responsibility of the homeowner as it's off property. I'm going to go ahead and keep rolling back. And that is not where it transitions into concrete. That stuff coming through the joint there looked like some concrete, but it's still terracotta here. It was right there at 91 feet. It looks like we've got very small root intrusions through here. And I wanted to point out the condition of the pipe. It's looking pretty worn. There's a lot of aggregate rock showing through, which is essentially the structure of the pipe itself. And over time, the water washes the mortar out between it. And you start getting small root intrusions like that one you see there, which is not doing anything at the moment, but as the pipe continues to wear out more and more, they can intrude in easier. And usually, concrete pipe does have a lifespan to it, obviously. You can see that it's worn out, and my guess is in probably about 10 years, in the condition this pipe is in, there's going to be significantly more things failing as the pipe walls thin out. They become eggshelled in nature. That there on the floor of the pipe is looks like a root that got probably broken off by the camera or something. So far, the root intrusion, it's very minor. It's not going to cause any issues as far as blockages and things go like that. But I do want to reiterate that it would be a good idea to budget for a line replacement. My guess would be between 10 and 15 years down the road. The line's going to need some repair work. More than likely just replacing the line at that point. But in the current state, it's still functioning, still working. As you can see, it drains out quite nicely, actually. When you shut the water off, there's a drop left over, and there was that one ball of toilet paper in the line. Balls of toilet paper have a hard time making it out of any sewer line. Apart from that, there's very, very little debris in the sewer pipe, which is a good sign. Okay, I'm about to pull the camera out. I just wanted to reiterate one more time. The root intrusions that are in the line are extremely minor at this point. They're not causing any issues as far as impeding flow whatsoever. But I do want to reiterate that in about 10 to 15 years, the line's going to reach the end of its life and will likely need replacing at that point. I'm going to go ahead and finish the pulling out the camera, the repair for the offset joint that was out there at about from the first scope. Repair was done properly and everything looks good through there. Despite the roots, this line is functioning properly at this time with the recommendation for replacement in about 10 to 15 years.